What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane back again with another amazing All-American video. And in this video, I'm breaking down the episode 3 synopsis. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I got this synopsis DM'd to me by so many of y'all. Shout out to y'all that are following me on Instagram and Twitter. If you aren't, come on and join the party. Join the fam. Be my friend at ericavane.com on all your favorite social media sites. I do respond to you. I'm in the DMs all the time with you amazing, lovely subbies talking about the show, kikiing. Sometimes we crying or whatever because we sad about what happened, but it's always a great time, and I am so grateful to everyone who sends me messages when they find out new information and asks me questions. So go ahead and follow me at ericavane.com so that you could be one of these people too. Without further ado, here is the breakdown. The episode is titled All I Need, New Paths. With Spencer having to make yet another decision, he chooses to spend time with the most important people in his life. Olivia tries to balance her desire for intimacy with the commitment she made with herself regarding her sobriety. Jordan is worried about his recruitment possibilities and turns to Billy for advice. Asher contemplates his next move and finds inspiration from someone unexpected. Meanwhile, Grace is fed up with Billy's behavior and decides to confront him. Okay, so y'all know how I do. I go line by line and break it down, let you know what I think. So with Spencer having to make yet another big decision, he chooses to spend time with the most important people in his life. So in episode 1's synopsis, it talks about the early signing day and how he has to make a decision about committing early. And I want to say honestly, y'all, that he does not commit early, and that's what we see in reference to the back and forth in the trailer about him, like, oh, I'm not gonna leave Crenshaw, I'm not gonna play football anymore, because he's really considering quitting football after Coop is shot. So I don't think that he actually commits early, but that still has the decision weighing on him of like, what school is he gonna go to, what school is he gonna commit to. So I don't think that we're gonna see him commit in episode 1, and that's why we're seeing this pop up again in episode 3. The only other big decision I could maybe possibly see would have to do with him trying to maybe stay closer to Crenshaw. And we've seen in the past, like, once Spencer moves to Beverly Hills, even after he moved back, he kept his job at the Hangout. He was spending a lot of time in Beverly Hills, part of which I feel like because he was keeping Olivia close, okay, or at least trying to stay in her vicinity. But I could see Coop shooting having him draw into his community a little bit more, draw into his family a little bit more, and especially with Billy like being ridiculous and beefing with him, like that's creating even more tension for him in the Beverly Hills world. So maybe the big decision is for him to like distance himself. Now again, I think that that's like could be an option, but not necessarily is my first thought. My first go-to is that this decision also has to do with his college choice, with his football choice, but something else to possibly think about. Now, Olivia tries to balance her desire for intimacy with the commitment she made with herself regarding her sobriety. Now, this is honestly one of my issues with Spelivia coming together right now, because I personally feel like if it is too much to balance, then the relationship gotta go, because her sobriety matters most. And Spencer's not going anywhere, right? Like, they are best friends. He is deeply in love with her. That will not change whether they're in a relationship or not. So if she's struggling with being able to maintain her sobriety while desiring him on a deeper level or intimate level or physical level, then the choice, the no-brainer choice is still her sobriety. And this is the part that I'm like, when I say I'm concerned in reference to their relationship, it's like this is the stuff that I felt like I didn't want Olivia to actually have to experience so soon. Because yes, y'all, we felt like Olivia and Spencer could have gotten together from episode 1, season 1, right? We saw that she liked him from the very, very beginning, but time shaked out differently. Things had to happen. They had to do different things, learn and grow. Cool. A lot of y'all are saying that it took too long for them to actually get here, but I actually, when you go back and rewatch and look at it, it actually kind of happened really quickly. Even like over the progression of season 3, I personally wouldn't mind if they took it back a step, especially if that provided her a clearer head and more focus to be able to stay sober. That is my priority. Olivia needs to stay sober. Olivia cannot relapse. So I'm really concerned in seeing this line in the synopsis in reference to her trying to balance her desire for intimacy intimacy with the commitment she made with herself regarding her sobriety. And if it comes down to the two, please, Olivia, pick being sober, sis. That's it, that's all. Now, Jordan is worried about his recruitment possibilities and turns to Billy for advice. Honestly, I don't care. This is the line I care least about in this whole thing, because Billy, I'm on your head, and Jordan, I'm only not on your head because I love Simone and you do her right. That's it. But Jordan, we don't care. Like, he's been worrying about being recruited. He's been worrying about not being enough. He's been worrying about experiencing nepotism for the last 3 seasons. Nothing has changed. And you going to your daddy, who is going to tell you what you want to hear and not push you to actually be great, because that's what he does with you. And then he has all these high expectations for Spencer. That's what y'all do. And so it's not even worth mentioning for me. So good luck, Jordan. I mean, you're going to be fine regardless. Your family is rich. They're going to take care of you. They coddle you all the time. Whether you get a scholarship or not, you're going to be fine. I just need Jordan to focus on not necessarily football, but being a better man. Being the best Baker man. Because clearly you don't have a great example. And I'm going to need you to charter this uncharted water, sir. I'm going to need you to lay down a different blueprint and reclaim your family's name and improve y'all's reputation. Because Billy Bean out here ruining it for y'all. So let's football more stand-up integrity type of people. Type of men. More leaders, more empathy, more compassion, more progression. I definitely got off of a tangent, y'all. Y'all let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think about that phrase, because that's all I got to say about it. I don't really have any positive speculation in reference to his whole little football recruitment. Asher contemplates his next move and finds inspiration from someone unexpected. Okay, so Asher, there's so many people who just never show up for Asher, so anybody could literally be the unexpected thing that shows up. My first gut when I first read this told me it's going to be Vanessa, because we definitely probably going to see her again in this season. So cool, it might be Vanessa. The unexpected thing also might be one of his parents. His dad surprised me, and like, I know that he was distraught in telling Asher that he couldn't play anymore, but also because, you know, he's been the one that's big on football, but it seemed like he was telling him from a place of compassion, like he really, really, really did care, and he knew that this was going to hurt Asher. So maybe his father is showing up in a different way and is able to support him through this. I think that the first half of season 4 is definitely going to be Asher focusing on how can he change his fate, how can he reverse this diagnosis, like what can he do to get back on the football field. And that's what this whole he's contemplating his next move means. And then we're gonna have somebody pop up and maybe give him something that he can use to move forward and maybe get back on the field. Regardless, I want Asher to stay safe, so as long as he's not doing anything that's going to further compromise his health, then go for it. However, I don't think that will be the case. If Asher is not going to spiral with like alcohol, drugs, and being petty and divisive, then he's probably going to push himself way too hard and then cause additional health issues, because there has to be some kind of drama with him. And NK already said that he's not going to spiral like he would normally spiral. So hopefully what someone gives him in reference to this inspiration is actually going to be positive and helpful and not help him push himself past his limits. And then meanwhile, Grace is fed up with Billy's behavior and decides to confront him. Yes, Miss Grace, get in that ass. Period. Because we are all on your head, Billy Bean, this season from the jump. Everybody's on your head. If you look at my comment section, we're on your head. If you look at my DMs, we're on your head. Naya says she's up under your bed, and I'm with it. I'm 100% for it. And now Miss Grace has joined the fight, because what you're not going to do is keep coming for her son. He is already distraught. He has big decisions to make. He is only a teenager. He's been carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders for all this time, raising your kids, being your best friend. What you're going to do is cut it out, and cut it out right now. And once Grace laid the law down, that's it, that's all. So hopefully by the end of episode 3, y'all, Grace and got Billy Bean together, and he can bring his behind back into the fold after he goes sit in the corner for a little bit, and then we can move forward. And that's one last thing that Spencer got to worry about. But y'all, that's it. If you're new here, don't mind me. I get a little bit excited when I'm talking about one of my favorite shows, All American, but you should join the tribe. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications so that you don't miss any of my All American content, honey. YouTube be tripping, so that bell gotta be on if you really want to get the notifications and you really want to stay in and out, okay? Turn the bell on. Let me know what you thought about the synopsis in the comment section down below. I also will link to ericavane.com, where we have the synopsis up for you to read for yourself, so go ahead and get into it, as well as the whole season 4 schedule. I got you. And you're not done yet. There's 1 or 2 All-American videos that you might have missed, and don't worry, because I got you. Click the link right here on the screen, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye.